Hey guys and gals, this is Daniel Fight, and you're listening to the Eternal Connection radio program on Blog Talk Radio. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm in a good mood. I'm not in such a strange mood as I was last time I broadcasted, but I hope what I have to offer will be enjoyable and entertaining. Sometimes I have a serious side and I get philosophical and kick into a metaphysics side, or spiritual or holographic or subatomic way of thinking. Other times I let down my guard and get a bit silly, although I hope those that I interact with find it humorous, of course. I think it's good to have a sense of humor. It's important. Yes, that's right. You are listening to a person who is an artist, a poet, a philosopher, an author, and many other words that could describe the idea that I like to be creative and express it within the world. But basically, I'm kind of thinking about dropping all the labels and just sort of going from what is. So, but as a reintroduction, I'm kind of contradicting myself, but that's okay. You may be asking, why is this show called Eternal Connection? Well, I've written and published a book called Eternal Connection, Dimensional Word Selection. As a young boy, my grandmother used to say to me, one day you'll have to write a book. I thought about what kind of book could I write, and what would it be about, and what I wanted to say. So, with my love of song lyrics, I figured poetry was the best way for me to share what I wanted to say. I've always had a fascination with the spiritual, other side, God, life, inquiries. So, an eternal connection, from my view, is infinitely constructed connection we have with each other, with God or a higher power that transcends space and time. And from that beyond, it has the ability to interact with the matter of this world. So the subtitle, Dimensional Word Selection, is how I found the importance and power that words have. And the ones I selected for the book, I wanted to be encouraging and at the same time honest and authentic to the human experience. I've recorded an audiobook for Eternal Connection as well, and I'd like to share with you the preface from the audiobook. So let's get to it. Here's the preface of the book, Eternal Connection, Dimensional Word Selection. You can find this audio on my website as a free audiobook, MP3 download. If you want to check that out, my website is on my profile page of Blog Talk Radio. Okay, so here is the preface from the recording. Preface. There is a gentle kindness that life shows at times, and being able to write this book is a sign of that design. With anything that is stable and strong, a good foundation needs to be built. To honor the precious structure that life is, I try my best to show gratitude and thanks for those things in life that are a miracle for me. I find importance in believing that good things happen, and there is a power much greater than anything I currently know. This divine intelligence guides, protects, loves, shows grace, and exhibits compassion. I pray that it is given to all of the loved ones in my life in which you are one. I want to visualize and imagine. I want to write to embrace this moment, in hopes to bring miraculous experiences into life, for it surrounds us and is within us. It is within wise action and silence that can prevent the struggles in life. When I let go and allow life to take me by the hand and lead me down a new path, it is a future unfolding towards an extraordinary perspective. In 1999, I was diagnosed as schizophrenic by medical professionals who had found my behavioral actions in day-to-day life were hurting me rather than helping me. During one of the lowest parts of my life, I started writing poetry as a way to sort out thoughts and express my emotions. In my struggles, I was burning bridges left and right, losing long-term friendships, and feeling very lost in the world. My writing was what helped me keep my sanity intact as much as was possible at the time. The first piece of literature I wrote and assembled was a 9-chapter book entitled Poetic Perception Through the Eye of the Beholder. As the years went on, I began to regain focus and clarity. I began to observe my personal philosophy, how thought had an effect on my life, and the spiritual principles that really made sense to me. I assembled pocket-sized books of 40 poems in each paperback. The book you are reading now comprises of 6 sections of poetry. Each section was originally one of the pocket-sized books I had put together throughout the years. With any kind of research as to the writing I have done in the past, you will find a scattered list of what I've put online. This book is a compilation of 240 poems in total. You may notice the style of writing slightly changes throughout the course of the book. The subject matter also changes as I went through experiences and wanted to document them in poem form. These poems are an effort to explain what I have learned that has truly helped me to regain and maintain stability. My vision is to reach out to anyone who can relate to what I have written. They will be encouraged and helped by knowing that they are not alone in life's challenges. The loneliness I have felt has been alleviated by other artists' expression in writing, music, or movies, so I find no reason why this book wouldn't be a source of comfort to others as well. Thank you for your interest in reading this book and taking your time to experience what I have to share. I hope this book will be as beneficial for you to read as it was for me to write. Okay, that was the preface from the book Eternal Connection, written by Daniel Feint, and I am Dan, hello, sharing this time with you in an attempt to entertain or possibly inspire you here on Blog Talk Radio. Once again, the audio of this book is available as a free MP3 download on my website, so be sure to check that out, and you can get the website address on my profile page on Blog Talk. And while you're there, you can find a link to the homepage to go to my WordPress.com blog, where I post a poem from the book every few days. So if you like the writing, then I would like you to check that out if you want to. All right, that is that. Let's see. It is or it's not. Only you can decide that. So my website is currently being updated to include all the expressions I've created. To give you the heads up, my free audio download page contains Poetic Perception and Eternal Connection, which may be taken off my site when I have them available on iTunes and Amazon for sale. So if you want to download them now while they're still free. There's still some other audios for download, and you can listen to them on the site as well before you download them. As far as my artwork goes, I'm in the process of archiving older designs and imaging and the images to bring the new artwork to the front point of view. It's been said, if you open up space for new ideas, you must have closure on the past ideas, which makes perfect sense. So, as far as my future plans and projects, I have found that I want to work with new artwork and a couple of self-published books that I have in the works, as far as a title and some notes that I've done so far, and I want to put together. The first is Alien Code 18.4, Promise of a New Day. This one could be a collection of 4 stories, or it could be a complete novel, depending on how the writing turns out. The second title is an interesting way of writing about my past, which is going to be titled A Letter to My Past, an autobiography as of now. I want to base it on viewing my past and how events and people have had an effect on my life experiences and that I've had until this point, looking at it in a light that is all perfect and all part of God's plan. So, I don't know, are there any music fans out there? Of course, I think music is an important part of life. Music has helped me in a lot of ways. I like many different types of genres of music, but electronica has always had a special place for my mind and soul. Since my late teens and early 20s, I've been fascinated by trance music, as I participated in the underground rave scene for a momentarily part of my life. So I finally started playing with the software on my computer, and I created an electronica trance song last week. I titled it Hypnotic Reality Experiment. I used a software program called Magic Music Maker MX and selected beats and rhythms with the sound bank included. So basically, I'll play the song for you now, and for you to dance and groove to and get into the zone of the sound loops that I put together. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that song. Again, it was called Hypnotic Reality Experiment. Hopefully I'll be able to make more songs with Magic Music Maker MX and add to the collection of music for that. And anyway, yeah, this show has kind of been a review and a reintroduction as to who I am. I'm Daniel Feint. So this is Dan explaining to you the things that I do. Hopefully the show has been inspiring for you to think of all the ways that you could create your own individual ideas and express who you are in the world. I think it's very important for humanity to do that and each individual to do that. So I guess I'll wrap this up and take really good care, and I will hopefully record another program, maybe a little bit different than this one, maybe with a show topic or something like that. And alright, well, enjoy your day or your evening or your morning or your afternoon, and wherever you are, I'll wish you all the best. Okay, take care.